All right, hey everyone, Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're on part 4 of the Empire Builder Cascades Trip with. So I've been trying to do this based on the order that the photos were received. The trip actually starts in South Bend and then proceeds across the via Chicago to the Empire Builder to Portland and then the Cascades. We kind of did the last segment first. And so we're going to be jumping from Seattle all the way to South Bend. I've done a little pre-research, so we should hopefully be able to get these labeled a little bit easier. So here is the last photo we have. So we're beginning with an early train 29 with Amtrak number 10 here at South Bend on the platform. No cab photos from this one, just side for a little bit, but there's some neat Chicago stuff. Typically, South Bend is one of the even if the train's on time, you start getting good daylight in South Bend in the winter. More so in the summer. Looks like he was able to get a lot of photos here. That was his big thing, was jumping out and getting photos at stops. This is a pretty long Capital Limited. They're not nearly that long today. Not sure what... they've lost the lounge. This is the summer, so let's see. It looks like they're running, like at least 2 sleepers, dining car, a lounge, maybe 3 coaches. I actually tracked this location. That's the Bendix plant. This is right from the South Shore platform. South Shore used to run to the Amtrak station. There's the old Bend Tower. It used to run past the Amtrak station and eventually would go downtown. And at some point in the 90s, they decided to reroute it to the airport. I guess that helps. So there's the airport extension. But I think that there are plans to basically restore the downtown connection. I used to do some street running. I'm not sure which street it was on. I'm suspecting it was this one, 10th? Washington Street? I don't know, maybe it was Orange. Orange seems to be the one. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Orange is the one that's got the width to it. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it did do some street running. And went downtown. South Shore liked its street running. Anyway, this photo just shows off some of the old Bendix manufacturing facility. I'm not sure what it's up to now. I use the thing for South Shore's NICD, Northern Indiana Commuter Transportation District. CSS, Chicago South Shore, also stands for Cab Signal System. And writing out South Shore isn't really... I don't like to use whole words like that. And then CSSSB is a little bit long, so... I was not able to figure out which signal this was. I was looking all over. Because I know what that one was, but it would probably be 10 something, because the other one is 102. So fortunately I did have some stuff here. Like that's 42, 52... 64. I don't have any good South Shore maps. So far, unfortunately, the South Shore has been re-signaled as CTC. At this point, people say it was it used an ABS type system. And it also, to a degree, used train orders to handle passing. Like I said, with the PTC and whatever, they replaced all this with a CTC system. The good news is that I actually had this interlocking here, a photo. This is the West Olive. Don't know how I knew it was West Olive, but it's at this point it's an ABS passing point. Again, this is an interurban, so it uses it would use. I don't know how it would do protection, but all this was automatic. There was no one throwing. There was no one throwing a direction of traffic. If you came in and seized it, it would probably do some sort of tumble down type system. It would be the train orders that actually would prevent conflicts, not collisions, but Mexican standoffs and the like. I don't know how I knew this was named Olive. At some point I looked it up before. That's the name of the community. Maybe I just guessed. It's right here by this giant grain elevator and this other industrial facility. Similax Road. Here we have Indiana Harbor Belt number 4012, probably a GP38. That's what it looks like. I'm not really going to go into it because that's what it is. Somewhere near Gary. I did also look up which station this was going to be. It's the so for a while as you get close to is this Gary? Yeah, I think so. Well, looks like Portage actually. Anyway, it's the Ogden Dunes station. I looked that up ahead of time, so I don't think that's Gary. It's more like Portage. Where is this? Damn it. It's the Ogden Dunes Mini High. The South Shore does take a bit of a detour. So this, I guess, looks like it's 2 tracks. So I guess that would be the. So it is 2 tracks. So if you see the eastbound, then the station, and then the west. There's the westbound. South Shore is one of the few high platform services this far west. Everything else tends to be low platform because it interacts with, has to deal with freight. This is Metric Electric, since they're almost an isolated situation. Also, good news, I looked up what road this is. That is going to be County Line Road on the South Shore. I'm not sure what milepost it is, but it's something. I used to be able to get... wait, maybe I can find out what the milepost is by using a new Street View. They usually tell you now. Oh, I can't see the milepost number. Oh, I bet that's one there, and I just can't... No, probably not. I can't see anything. I don't have a timetable for South Shore. Or maybe I just haven't looked around a lot, but... we'll get out of South Shore, don't worry. And whatever these signals are, probably CTC'd by now. I'm assuming that they'd be really close by, so let's see. Going toward... Is that them? Nah, just continuous tension catenary components. Another unfortunate outcome of the South Shore. Huh. See, back to single track right there. This doesn't look like a single track. Yeah, that's an ABS type thing. Can double check. Yeah, and that's been CTC since forever. Sorry. Okay, so that's already off the track, so it's got to be somewhere in this vicinity. The question is where. So that's County Line Road. Let's go back in time as much as we can to what, 2011? And just do a quick search for it back in time. I don't know why it wants to keep pulling me out of 2011. Alright, that looks like it could be it. Oh, man. Well, there's something. That's the problem. So I think that's a cab signal or a code point. The South Shore was set up for for cab signals. They just never turn them on, or they don't use them. See, I'm going to look there. Because they just went with the other Metro one to go with a non-cab signal based PTC alternative. But apparently the codes are in the rails. This is the one I ran out of time looking for. See, I thought that was it right there. Oh, again, I apologize for the delay here. Maybe that's not County Line Road. Maybe that's the issue. Nope. Just seeing more and more stupid constant tension catenary things. Oh, here we go. There's a hand throw crossover right here. That usually comes in conjunction with a signal. Oh, it's... looks like it's interlocking now. Alright, I'm giving up on this. I don't know which signals these are. It definitely goes way, 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 way back, and I can't read the note on them. What ABS location that would be, or why there isn't an ABS location there. Oh, that's something I should look at. The poles. Yeah, so yeah, it is along in this area. I just don't know where. All right. I don't know what I'll do with this. Maybe I'll just come back to it at some point, because I don't even know what the mileposts on this is. You know, I can find it. I feel bad. I'm doing a bad job here today. So there's this website called Metro Rail Fan Tips that has track diagrams of everything. So here we have the South Shore. Milepost 1 is at the airport. There's not a lot of stations when you get way, way, way out there. There's like 2 or 3. It's really weird. It's like Hudson Lake and South Bend Airport. We are looking at Ogden Dunes. There's a crossover called Paul's. That's where I learned that other one was called Olive. Okay. And it looks like it's around milepost 57. So that's why those other things were counting down. It wasn't milepost 100. It was like milepost 10. Interesting. I should have looked at this before. All right. So this would be before 10, but it's like not 9. So yeah, maybe this is like milepost 9X09. Again, I'm sorry for the not doing well here. So this would be somewhere past County Line Road. I verified that is County Line Road. Yeah, see, there's that thing, that thing, that thing. So it's like right a mile or something past County Line. So if I go to this Metro Rail Fan Tips page, that gives me the, where's that? If that gives me the diagram, there's the interlocking milepost 57. Looks about milepost 58. So I'll just go with that. So I'm just looking at other signals. This is another milepost like 58. I don't have a lot of good south, so it's milepost 58. Okie doke. Alright, so now we're cutting ahead to University Park. Here we have some Metra Highliners. Although constructed as gallery cars, they did have full high-level boarding, 48-inch high-level boarding. Another interesting thing on these you'll notice is they have Tomlinson-style automatic couplers. The Tomlinson style, which was also appeared on the Metroliners, was generally not favored because the design was far weaker than the Wabco, what they call the Spear and Cup N type. They're currently used on SEPTA Silverliners, Metro North, and Long Island Railroad. Tomlinson, while still popular among transit systems and is the de facto U.S. standard for transit rolling stock, although the Snappleberg stuff on Siemens equipment is unfortunately gaining popularity. On heavy rail equipment, this thing just had to be beefed up to the max. Another unfortunate thing about Metra's Highline fleet, or specifically the older Highliners, was that they did not have numbers on the front. Those things these are run numbers and marker lights. So this is not number 122. The numbers were actually in the 15 and 1600s for the original two sets. Not 1500s. They were 1501 to 1630 and 1631 to 1666. So there's a good chance that, there's about a little under 166 of these. Most of the order was delivered in 1971 by St. Louis Car. The remainder around 1988 by Bombardier. And then the fleet, of course, was replaced fully in the mid-2010s. So they shall hopefully, these railfan window equipped. The old ones didn't have railfan windows. They had sort of vestibule cabs, but the new ones do. So it's a fantastic thing. I definitely need to take more advantage of it. So unfortunately, I don't have any. Oh, this guy, yeah, he tried to use a flash on it. But, okay, I'm just looking here to see if I had any. They did have numbers on the side, but they were hard to see. Nah, I can't. There's no, it just bedevils me of why railroads don't want to put numbers on the front of their trains. Okay, anyway. And this is at University Park. 117 to 122. Yeah, I just don't know how those run numbers are used, if they are. University Park extension, I think the original electrification went down to Homewood, and then at some point the RTA extended it all the way down to University Park, which is a pretty significant extension. And you can see the difference in the catenary hangars look a little bit more modern than the 1920s equivalent. So if you're wondering where that is, Homewood is here, and I'm pretty sure that's where it went down to. And then they just extended it a number of stations more. Yeah, you can see how far down University Park gets. That's still outside what I would consider to be the Chicago commuting zone. Like that's way down there. It's also well known for this. The South Shore has a variety of spring switch systems where, oh, sorry, there's University Park Station. Yeah, sorry, it's a single track, but there's a couple ones where like they have like a switch that basically means like the island platform, like you can't use one of the tracks without a hand throw job. It's very strange. I think that's South Chicago, which I really want to ride at some point soon. It's definitely on my horizon, but it's a very slow line. Sorry, I'm just trying my best here since I don't know the numbers. So this is a UP, looks like a 70M, number 3054 at whatever that interlocking on the so this is where I go back to Metro Rail fan tips. You can go over to the Metro Electric District main line, and this also should include the adjacent CNIC. So there's Universal. The name of the CNIC interlock there is Stunkel, Stuenkel. Although I do have that in one of my maps sections. Is it Chicago timetable or Central Division? Or Champlain? Let's see. It might consist. Get it here. Come on. Okay, we got the Joliet. Okay, 1 second. Come on. Here we go. Chicago sub. Yep. There it is. The only question is, I don't know what I, yeah, I guess I do CN Chicago sub. That's probably what I should be doing. All right, great. Huh, that's strange. Just sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. It's a little puzzling. Alright, I'm just going to jump in here. Yeah, see, there's definitely two tracks. Okay. All right, I see how this is set up. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm seeing what's going on here. This entire interlocking from that is where it spawns one track, and then that guy where it spawns two additional. This was a different configuration in 2005. This is, in fact, my timetable dates from like 2008. So they really made some changes in here. I'm not entirely sure what, but all I have is these photos to go by. It looks like there were two interlockings. You had that first one and then a second. So I'm guessing it's all considered one interlocking, and it just has multiple. See, you have this extra mast signal. This is just very, very strange. Oh, that's entirely. Oh no, it can't be an auto. Okay. Maybe Google Street View can give me a date early enough, but I doubt it. No, I can go as far back as 2016. And this timetable is from 2010. So I'm not going to be able to get an answer with these stuff I have. So all I can do is sort of wing it. All right. Again, sorry for the delays here. I didn't think it would be this difficult. God, he writes like a paragraph for these file names. Like, what's going on here? Okay, that's UP 3034. Can you at least be kind enough to tell me what is track 1 and what is track 2, please? Main 1. Main 1, main 2. Main 3. Alright. Alright. We'll get going here. Where is it? Alright. Track 1. I mean, part of it is just like, I can just rename stuff, but like actually part of it is just like learning what's changed. Like, why are there so, I expect changes between today and when I got all these timetables in like 2010, but like finding changes between 2005 and 2010 is like, whoa, there's a lot of stuff going on here that I should probably be aware of. So that's part of it, just like, oh, wow, that's I can go down a lot of rabbit holes. Okay, and here we are on the, this is, I guess, approaching Homewood, but this is an automatic. See, why is this an automatic? It clearly is. It's auto 247, hold on. Yeah, okay, it's automatic. I think the first two is track 2, 24.7, that makes sense. The other one is also an auto, but it's interesting to have 2-headed, 2x3-headed autos. I'm not sure what that lower one's going to be displaying. I guess it can display. I don't think it has. Would it have a restricting on it? Yellow over green. Oh, you're right. Approach diverging is yellow over green, and approach medium diverging is yellow over yellow. So there we go for IC signals. Um, Approach diverging is approach next signal, proceed to enter turnout prescribed speed. Approach next signal, see there's two. Like, why would you have two? Huh, yeah, approach medium diverging. Here we go. Here's some Metro Electric District. Yeah, approach diverging. They can do yellow over green, yellow over yellow. So it looks like they could either do both, but I'm just trying to figure out, like... Oh, maybe one of them's a restricting. Maybe they just want to be able to give a restricting right over a lunar. Metra does do a bunch of that. All right, I'm just checking things out here. The question is, how do I do these signals? And I know I have an answer. My Chicago trip from 2003 that I recently redid. I should have a lot of Metro Electric on that, because that's when I went down there. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is when I was down at... see, it says 122, so I'm guessing that's just a train number they had. Come on. Give me some autos. Okay. There we go. Signal. I give it a full number. So this one is 2-4. So the 2 I know is the track number because there's a line under it. So it's 247 and then something I can't read. Or am I after Homewood? Yeah, so this is Homewood. Oh, so... Oh, boy. Alright, whatever. 247X. Track 2 is... Here we have our Homewood signals. This would be located... Where's the Homewood? Homewood's right there, so this would be right there after the Flossmoor station. And you can see this long, wherever it is, long long crossover here. So, again... facing crossover plus the Homewood station. Also on this right is the Amtrak Homewood station. That's used by all the Illinois downstate service lines. Homewood is the Metro Park of the Illinois Central. So it's like the Naperville, or also the Naperville. So your City of New Orleans will stop by, plus those 2 daily round trips on the CNIC. Oh, wow. A CN GP9U with a slug. I don't think those are really around anymore, and it's number 7211. Can't see the other guy behind it, but there's a real neat guy right there. And this would be somewhere in the vicinity of Homewood Yard. Homewood Yard is pretty large. The guy who wrote the Hot Times and the High Iron newsletter was CNIC based for quite some time. Here we go. So yeah, you can see how large Homewood Yard is. So they have the whole Homewood Tower is also in there too. So Homewood Tower is right there. That's still standing. It's a sister tower to Kensington. There's the Metro Electric station. There's the Amtrak platform. Now, I'm not sure where we saw this guy or what signals they were standing at. Looks like there's a bridge, about 6 tracks or so. See, we've already come in there. So it just could be somewhere down here. It doesn't really matter explicitly. Oh, I bet it was right in there, because I can see there's some signals, dwarf signals. I'm just trying to locate where that would be, and I'm betting it's somewhere in right there. And they are that's Harvey Junction. That's the CN's connection with the CN. Okay, that's how CN. That's the old GTW connection. That's why that's so important, because that's how CN basically gets to it. So that's probably why they wanted to buy the IC anyway. So according to this guy, yeah, that looks like North Junction, or it's either North Junction or South Junction, one of the two. South Junction. Okay, it looks like South Junction. And the reason I care, so that's going to be CNIC or CN 7211 plus those South Junction dwarf signals. I can flip this around the other way. So I'm assuming that 7211 is a GP9U. I'm pretty sure those are all gone by now. All right, I can double check that. GP9RM. Let's see what the last time this guy was spotted. 2008, 2008, 2009. $2011. I'm assuming in Porter, Minnesota, probably not long for this bit. GP9. Yeah, this isn't going to tell me anything about this. Like when the last ones were retired. Huh, it looks like CP is rebuilding GP9s into into GP20 Ecos. There you go. That's crazy. Okay, just a little sidetrack. So let me just see. I apologize for the bad stuff here. You're right. The RTD is high floor. I forgot about them. It just doesn't. It's the in terms of constant tensions. There's too much fiddly bits. I mean, if you lose one of those little, not only is it a little more complicated, it doesn't look quite as artistic as the dynamic tension stuff. Metra has an opportunity to pretty much electrify the Rock Island because they own it. And it's only used, so that's the one that I would look for electrification on. They could also merge it in with the existing electric branch. The problem is, I think I mentioned this before, is that Metra had an opportunity to, when they bought their new Highliner fleet, that they could have. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you do 25K, blah, 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 blah. 25K is a pretty big jump from 1.5 kV DC. There's a lot of clearance issues. What they could have done is gone to 3K. Used in Italy, a lot Europe, Soviet Union. There's a lot of stuff people will make 3K electric stock, and it's generally compatible. It's a series parallel thing. You can always run things in series on 1500K. In parallel on 1500, and you run them in series on 3000. So you could probably even go to the same stock, or you'd make 3000 stock capable of it, and then run it in in parallel on the 1500. Sorry, so this is the yard that was downtown. It was the yard. One of the crazy things on Metro Electric would be that this whole yard complex, as you hit the downtown area, it's such a, I don't know, it's just one of those things in the East Coast you would never assume this. So as soon as you start passing Soldier Field, the Weldon Yard, that's it. As soon as you pass this 18th Street Metro station, pretty sure it was 18th Street. Yeah. Or maybe it was Museum Campus. No, I think it was 18th Street. Yeah, maybe it was Museum Campus. No, you're right. It was Museum. So, the yard was fine. As soon as you pass 18th Street, you're like you got a restricting, and you were in non-signaled territory. Everything was hand throw. It was pretty like what? They had to unfortunately. I don't know. They chose to signal it during the PTC issues. They could have just gotten like a terminal exemption and just run it, or just be like, nah, it's restricted speed. But they signalized it all of it. I'm not sure what the interlocking there is now called. There still seem to be some hand throw signals though, or switches, like that guy. But this is an old photo. This is 2011. But I'm betting that double slip and everything in here is now an actual interlocking. Yeah, there's no way I can really see it unless I go there. I really should, but... Alright, kill that. Here we have a CTA Green Line train at Roosevelt. Those appear to be, this is in 2005, remember. I bet those are 2600 cars. This is one of the museums. Let's see. Field Museum. If that's the field. Okay, Art Institute of Chicago is the one I always mistake that for. Art Institute of Chicago has a lot of good stuff. I think that Ferris Bueller went there on his day off. Come on, where are you? There it is. So yeah, there's the museum campus station, and then there's your field museum. That makes sense. And a electric train at the same point. What is that? Oh, it's Roosevelt Road. Why doesn't it say Roosevelt Road? Did they change this? Is this another one of those things they changed? Yeah, it is Roosevelt Road. They changed it to freaking museum campus. Yeah, boo. Well, in 2005, it was Roosevelt Road. Sorry. Next, yeah, I would really wish I had numbers on these damn Metra trains. Oh, that's 1622. Yay, I got a number. That would make it at the higher end of an original St. Louis car order. Note how rickety and wooden everything is here. Again, this is another indication of how much more money the Pennsylvania Railroad, New York Central, all those East Coast railroads had compared to even something like the Illinois Central. That's still 1622? I believe so. Yeah. Wait, maybe not. It's definitely 16 something. I think this is a different train. Although I'm not sure. It looks like 1613. Let me see. Is there anything that I can do to tell these two apart? Nah, I guess there's not much I can really do. Sorry, just checking a couple things. All right, there we go. And finally, we have the Metro Electric right-of-way plus downtown Chicago. Actually, I could probably find what mileage that is. So where is that? Metro Rail Fan Tips. Van Buren Street is... Sorry. That's about milepost 1. And finally, we're getting over to the actual Roosevelt Road, where Amtrak's doing its work. Here we have one of the Pepsi Can GP. Sorry, what is it? P32-8WH. Not sure what private car that is. Northern. It's like charter. The Northern Sky Charter. That's a dome. And that guy, is this a dome? No. Let's see what anybody's saying here. So regarding the Highliners, if they're St. Louis car product, they were rusting pretty badly. They're all carbon steel. St. Louis did not make a good product, so don't feel too bad about the Highliners. I have pictures from their roofs, and they are rusty. Really, 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 really rusty. Not quite as bad as those Hawker Siddeley's, the Orange Line cars or the Redbirds, but they were getting pretty. I'm sure that you sanded the paint away. I'm sure they had to wear a horror show underneath. With the Highliners, again, they're super rusty. High level platform only. They didn't do low level. There's a problem for you. They were 40 plus years old, so they were full life expectancy. Sealed windows. Yeah, I'm not sure what the vandalization is. Now, that's half of them were made in the 1980s by Bombardier. They might be better, but the St. Louis, the HVAC is internal. Yeah, I don't know why they're letting them sort of rust away. Maybe there's a weird ownership issue. Since some of them are bought by the IC, maybe they're leased by a bank or something. You can get problems like that. I know that's a Northern Sky Charter's private car. I just don't know which one it is. It doesn't have a damn dome on it. Stop showing me the dome ones. I can read it. There you go. That looks like it. Northern Dreams. Probably it. Is that? Yeah, that's north. That's got to be it. Just the other side of it. Oh, it's the private car. It's PPCX. All right, fair enough. Yeah, it said the vast majority of those, 130 out of the 166, were made in 1972. So they're 50 years old right now. They were 40 years old in service, so they got a good service life. PPCX, that number, at CUS. We're after the thing, so I'm going to start heading out here. So anyway, thank you for bearing with me for some of that stuff here. I did some stuff ahead of time, trying to prepare and get past some of that South Shore issues. But 1 second, I got to figure out what those are the Express Track. Those are still around. You see those. Amtrak was running. Those were Express Track reefers. They were popular back in the day when Amtrak was trying to, pad its line with Mail and Express, and they had a set of reefers, and you still see them. I saw one in Spark in Reno, Nevada. They're still kind of Amtrak lettered. They painted over parts of it, but you can still tell they're Express Track. It's 5X Express Tracks there. Ah, damn it. One second. It looks like 74145. Yeah, the 7400 series. The MHCs, Express box cars, Express Track. Here we go. How many are they? $7,400 to $74,111. Come on, just tell me how many numbers there were. It looked like pretty sure it was 74,145. Yeah, okay, close enough. Anyway, I'm gonna end there. Thank you so much for helping out today. Tomorrow will be a little more, hopefully more entertaining, as we do Metra stuff and head out towards the west on the Empire Builder. So anybody have any questions there? All right, anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, my Septimid winter trip is on Tuesday. I'm going to be out doing a day of rail fanning. I'll try to get out early and deal with that. So everybody have fun, and hope you had a Merry Christmas. Enjoy. For hopefully most of you guys still have an extra day off tomorrow on the observed Monday. Have fun, and I'm going to log off. All right, thank you so much, Brian. I have no issues with them. It's good for Metra. Like, I think more, it's nice that they're reusing out of service locomotives, getting a good deal on them. Good for acceleration and at the speeds that Metra generally travels, which is like 60, maybe 70. It has some 80 lines, but I think it's going to be a good they remember they used F40Cs. They worked fine. I mean, they lasted. I saw one in service from the 1970s, and they ran all the way up until the about 2010, which is pretty far for a diesel. I'm not sure they got a rebuild. Anyway, I'll see you around. We'll talk tomorrow. All right, later. Bye. Get rid of that.